Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. My name is Esiri.
And I'm Carson.
Now I'm confused. And today we're gonna do a mukbang, I guess, sort of. We're not gonna have like weird microphones near our faces so you can hear us chewing and stuff.
No ASMR, just lots of food.
The only ASMR you're gonna get in this video is my hacking cough because I think I have mild pneumonia. Whee!
Anyway guys, if you are new and you're just clicking into this video, please subscribe to our channel, and if you're already subscribed, thank you for coming back to watch another video. So before we just start eating, let me just show you guys what we have. It's a Korean food mukbang, but there's one exception. This is spaghetti. Spaghetti.
I'm eating this bean right here.
So we have spaghetti here. This is kimbap.
Of the tuna variety.
Yeah, this is kimbap. This is kimchi bokkeumbap, which is basically kimchi fried rice. And here, this is hot. I don't want to pick it up. In here we have bibimbap, which is like mixed rice.
Korean mixed rice, and there's an egg on top and some stuff. You gotta mix it around.
Yeah.
In a stone bowl. Dolsat bibimbap, it's called.
So that's what we're gonna be having.
Oh, and our 2 cups of broth that they always give us, which are actually pretty tasty.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna start sipping right now.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be having today for our mukbang, while we have a little discussion section.
You know, if you're going to say it in Korean, you should pronounce it with a Korean accent.
What?
I believe it's mukbang.
Man, I don't know. So, alright. We bought lots of carbs and we're regretting why we did it, but it is what it is.
Yum, yum, yum.
Kimchi bokkeumbap. I'm sorry. Kimchi bokkeumbap is my favorite Korean food ever.
Is it though?
It is.
What about goopbap?
It's my second favorite.
Okay.
I love kimchi bokkeumbap.
I mean, it's basically just if Koreans made jollof rice. So that's why you like it.
Alright. So, what are we going to be talking about today? So today, guys, we're going to be talking about...
We didn't actually say anything. They probably thought it was just going to be 20 minutes of us silently eating.
I mean, would you guys just watch us eat? Like,
I don't want them to watch us eat, so
if
no.
you're going to watch us eat, we can do that for you guys.
No, that's weird.
But anyway, guys, no, today we're going to be talking about, it's something I've been thinking about having a discussion on. But recently, I watched that movie on Netflix, American Son. I don't know if you've seen it. It's a really nice movie. I think everybody should watch it, especially if you are in an interracial relationship. I think it's very important to watch that movie. Some dynamics in that movie that you're like, yeah, you can relate to, or you should be able to understand in some sort of way. And this topic is actually something that was it wasn't talked about in the movie, but it was around the whole synopsis of the couple. What's her name? Kerry Washington and the guy who played her husband. So guys, today we're going to be talking about if couples, especially interracial couples, should be colorblind. So I don't see your color and you don't see my color. We're just 2 people in love in a relationship. So babe, I want you to go first. So what do you think? Yeah, do you think interracial couples should be colorblind?
I think the people that say, because I've never heard, I don't spend a lot of time watching interracial couples on YouTube or anything, but I've heard well-meaning white people say that, where they're like, I don't see color, and I think it's the same thing. In a perfect world, sure. In a world where there was no systemic issues between, black people in America or indigenous people in Australia and Canada, or Sikh people or Muslim people, if there was no systemic issues for these people, then sure, don't see color, but we don't live in that world. So I think when people say that, they're trying to sound nice, but really what I hear when people say I don't see color is I ignore systemic issues in society that very, very obviously target minorities and peoples of color.
But in this relationship though, for this video, I want us to just minimize it to couples.
Well, same thing. If I told you I don't see color, that means I'm ignoring the systemic issues that affect you,
Yeah.
like on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like your immigration struggles to Canada.
Yeah.
If you were a UK immigrant of a different nationality, we wouldn't have nearly as many issues as we do, right? And there's so many things like that. So I don't.
Me personally, I mean, I know it's as an interracial couple, like the fact that we are. I've always said it multiple times on this channel that we don't have like. When it comes to like little differences we have, it has nothing to do with our race or our culture. Like we have cultural differences.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, doesn't mean that I mean, obviously you notice the fact that your partner is a white person or a black person depending on the case. But like in that sense of like, it doesn't matter. It does, because I personally want to be with someone who would understand my struggle of being a black person. Because what I hear when especially when it comes from couples, again, I might be wrong, but this is my own perception or opinion of this matter. When I hear couples who are like in an interracial relationship say stuff like, "Oh no, we don't see color, we don't see just color," what I see is just people who are like, I don't know, letting love and relationship blind their eyes to some things that are very going to be very important in your relationship, on how you deal with people who are not in your relationship, how it comes to like, I don't know, raising your kids, like the kind of different background that we're all gonna have, like going back to that movie now, for example, you would see that the husband in that movie has this idea of what their child should be like, and that child is not that idea of what it's like, because in his mind, you know, like, okay, I gave birth to, I have a child with a black woman, and the boy is half white, half black, so he's basically white. Like, he wants the kid to be white in like every possible way. He's ignoring the fact that your child is not white. Like, as much in the movie, like as much as you want your child to be white, he's not. You know, you have to like know those things. And it comes to like, even you see in their own relationship too, like the kind of weird dynamics they have. And I feel like in real life, like couples who are like in an interracial relationship should not make the fact that you are of different races like a forefront of your relationship, but also let it not be ignored. You get what I mean?
It's gonna bite you in the ass eventually. Yeah. Like in the movie, the mom is like, "This motherfucker right here is being racist." And the dad's like, it's not that. And he doesn't see it because he hasn't even tried to understand where she's coming from.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to her. And I think it's really important in a relationship to obviously to listen to your partner, but particularly, I think it's really important for white people in interracial relationships to listen to their partner, because if you're in an interracial relationship, I mean, there's like a 90% chance your partner comes from a marginalized group, right? Like, what other groups are there? Maybe if I was dating a Japanese woman, I wouldn't have to worry about it so much.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're always going to need to listen to your partner and hear what they're saying, because they deal with this stuff every day.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that part of the movie was really frustrating, because he's like, like, he's not...
I was so pissed at him in that movie. Like,
Yeah.
and again, I look at her and I'm like, as a black woman who is, because me, I'm all for date whoever you want to date. I mean, I'm married to a white person, so you should definitely know. But I feel like as a black girl, if you want to date someone outside of your race, there are very like certain important things you should look at, especially if that person is a white person. No offense to white people in the world, but especially if that person is a white person, just certain things you have to look at that person. Not just how the person treats you, because the person might be nice to you, but what do they think about other people who look like you that are not you?
Yeah.
You understand? That's one thing in that movie that really pissed me off, because in the movie, because they were like going through a divorce, but you could tell at one point in their life they were in love, obviously. And you could tell that the guy is the kind of a white guy that would be nice to their partner, but to like every other black person in the world, he has prejudice towards them. So that's something I'm like,
Yeah, he was fetishizing her, basically.
Yeah.
She's a pretty black person, and that's all he cared about. And yeah, and I've met people like that. I've met people that have come up to me and asked me like, "Oh, I can't wait for you to have like cute little mixed race kids." And at first I was kind of like, "Ha, yeah, okay." And then some people were talking about it, And I was kind of thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, that is kind of creepy that they say that, because they're like all excited about like my children's skin color. I don't know, like it's like a form of fetishization, right? Like it's not, you're not just like, you're gonna have cute kids, like specifically, like you're gonna have cute little mixed race kids, and they're gonna be this color, and they're gonna have like, yeah, and I think there's a lot of people out there that are like that. They're like, I'm not racist, I love black men, and it's like, okay, but you just really like hooking up with black men, and you just want mixed race babies. That's not really, I don't know, it's weird. It's really, and kind of gross too, so, I mean, oh, this food is so good.
I don't even know what to eat, like, I'm just like, You haven't touched the kimbap.
Yeah, I'm just eating my rice.
Even the whole other thing for me, like the whole idea of a mukbang is for you to eat from every single one.
Right, I've been talking, I'm just munching away.
I've been talking too, but I've been munching. Look, the kimbap is like half already.
Well, also, what's in front of you and what's in front of me?
It doesn't matter. It's so good, guys. This bibimbap is actually nice. I have a love-hate relationship with bibimbap. Sometimes I don't want to say hate, it's a strong word. Like I have a love-dislike relationship with bibimbap. Sometimes I love it, and sometimes I'm like, I don't want it. I don't know. But it's actually really healthy. Yeah.
It's pretty good for you. I just like all the veggies in it. I like that mixed crunch of the rice and all the veggies and the beans and the radish and stuff. It's yummy. I'm also not going to eat it with chopsticks, so I'm not sure. Well, I guess I can.
What? I got the chopsticks for the kimbap. Yeah.
So is that it? Do we agree?
No, yeah. So yeah, we agree. Like I've always said it. Like I am pro. Like definitely, interracial couples should not be colorblind to a very large extent. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like your race should not be the center of your relationship. Like it should not be the one big thing in your relationship, but at the same time it should still be very, very important, especially if your partner is someone you want to have kids with in the future. Reminds me of that one video we made when I asked you about having kids who are not going to have like the same white privilege you have, because that's the truth. Like we're going to have kids in the future by God's grace, and if the society we live in now still continues to be the society we have in another few years to come, which seems like it's what it's gonna be, let's be real and honest here, our kids are not gonna have the same privilege as Carson, and it will be very, what's the word I'm looking for, stupid and rude and inconsiderate of the partner I'm with to actually think that the kids he's gonna have is gonna be another white person in the world, or oh no, you have a little bit of white in you, you're definitely white. That's why I don't really like when couples say, you know, we're colorblind, because we're not. We see it. It's in our day-to-day life. Like, oh, excuse me, it's in our day-to-day life, and I want us to talk about it because it's important, you know, to talk about these things if you're with someone who you want to have kids with in the future, because you have to know the kind of partner you have. You don't want to be with someone who is ignorant, you know, to your struggles as a black person, because the struggles of a black person in the society it's not easy, you know. We don't have it easy in this world, and you want to be with someone who's going to understand, you know, your struggles, which is nice. I'm very happy to like have like the kind of person Carson is. I'm not trying to say he's like the wokest white man in the world, but he's pretty woke. Like he understands.
Well, also, like, I think, sorry to interrupt you, but just to build on that.
Yeah.
I never claimed to be like the wokest, smartest guy in the room. I think what's important is being able to self-criticize and listen and learn. Being able to be like, wow, what I just said was ignorant. I'm sorry. I honestly had no idea. Or, wow, what I just said was dumb. I'm sorry. Or like, what do you think? And like when people tell you like, that's not really how it is, like learning how to be like that. In my personal life, there's a lot of people that think I'm not like that because I'm like a loud, opinionated person. which I actually think is personally like a failure of my friends and family. Because if you like listen to me more often, you would see that I don't just like spout random opinions about stuff. Like most of the things, if I feel strongly about something, it's because I have some education in it. And so like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like when people are like, oh, you're just so woke, Carson. And it's like, well, no, but I've learned a lot being married to you and dating you and like spending time with people of color and you know, minorities, and that helps, just listening and understanding, like, okay, regardless of how I feel about it when they tell me, like, I should listen. Like, that's, I think that one of the most important things for white people is like, when somebody tells you, like, X, Y, or Z was racist, or X, Y, or Z was offensive. When somebody from another group of people tells you that, if your immediate reaction is to get defensive or roll your eyes, you're already doing them a disservice, right? So, I mean, I told you, I mentioned one thing I wanted to talk about in the video, but like it is relevant here, is like in Canada, the whole Don Cherry thing, and he said bad things about immigrants.
Yeah.
All of the people that are defending him, like I don't need to go into all the details, but all of the people that are like, oh, he didn't mean it like that, all of them are like white people or white immigrants, like Irish Canadians, or like, and all of the people that are like, what the hell, that was awful, are brown people, black people, Asian people, like people from different cultures, like very different cultures than Don Cherry. And it's like, if your first reaction, like I said, if your first reaction when somebody, like in that movie, the dad's first reaction when the wife is like, this is racist or this is prejudiced, he's to go like, oh, come on, not again.
That's so annoying.
And it's ignorant, but people do that. White people do that because they literally can't see it. And that's what's so frustrating, I think, being a white person that has learned to see it, talking to other white people, and they go, oh God, that wasn't racist. Like, yeah, it was. And it's like, oh, everything's racist. Well, kinda, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
I also really hate when people say, oh, people get triggered so easily these days. Like, you don't know what to say, everybody's triggered. Like,
everyone's so sensitive. No, they're not. People are just much more aware of, like, racial prejudice and systemic issues. And people are tired of, like, 60-year-old boomers making black people jokes or making Chinese jokes or making gay jokes or trans jokes. It's not about people being overly sensitive. It's about they don't want to tolerate your intolerant bullshit anymore. Yeah, and I think that's totally okay.
So guys,
nom nom nom.
In conclusion, what we're trying to say is
we don't see color.
We don't see color. Where are you? Are you black? Are you white? Are you green? What's your color bet?
I don't know.
Cause I don't see it. Bullshit. What we're trying to say is, as much as if you're in an interracial relationship or you're not, you have friends that are
get on my fork. Sorry.
If you have friends that are white or black of different race, just in general, every day, just communicating with different people from different aspects of life, just as much as you are like a woke person or you're like, oh, I don't see color and stuff like that, still see it at the end of the day, because both of you have different backgrounds, different everything. You see life differently. You were brought up differently. The way you react to this thing is not the way this person's going to react to it. And it's very, very important to acknowledge that there are differences.
Because it's going to come up.
Yeah.
It's going to cause problems.
There are cultural differences and there are also racial differences between the both of you. And that, at the end, I feel helps your relationship grow. It helps you learn and it helps you just, come together as a couple very well. Like, if you haven't seen the movie American Son on Netflix, go see it. The husband is so triggering. If I could punch him from the screen, I would. Honestly. But anyway, guys, we're gonna end this video here. Let us know your thoughts. Let's continue this discussion in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think couples or just people in general who are in an interracial relationship or have friends of different, do you think couples should be colorblind or do you think they shouldn't? So let's continue the discussion below in the comment section. So guys, that is the end of this little discussion. If you're at this part of the video and you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Join the fam. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully we can make it. And now we're just gonna try and finish this food, which is not gonna happen because this one is going straight back into the fridge. Let's be real here. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Share this video and subscribe, like, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye.